Good morning, students. Students in class 12 physics. Our today's topic is superposition principle of light wave and interference of light. Okay, in wave optics. Before we will start about the superposition principle, just we take an introduction of coherent source and what is the superposition principle. Okay, now if we have a monochromatic light, which means a light which is a single color, okay, like yellow light of sodium lamp, etc. Okay, so the light induced or produced by these kind of sources have a particular frequency and wavelength and their initial phases. Okay, so if we have the two monochromatic source of lights, so they cannot produce the similar frequency and similar phase or amplitude waves. So two coherent, we need for superposition and the interference of light two coherent sources. Two coherent sources are a source of light which has same color, same frequency, same amplitude as well as the same phase difference between them. Okay, so these kind of sources can be produced by using some applications like reflection or etc. Here we are producing it by using the reflection or refraction. Okay, so first write coherent source of light. Okay, coherent source of light. Okay, right. Source of light are said to be coherent if they continuously emit light waves of the same amplitude and same frequency in the same phase difference or a constant phase difference Here is phase difference is denoted by phi. Okay, so if the two lights, one is having a displacement y is equal to a1 sin omega t, then the amplitude of the second wave is given by a1 sin omega t plus minus phi, that is either a1 sin omega t plus phi or y2 can be one time. Sin omega t minus 1. Okay, amplitude should be same. So these are the equation of the two monochromatic or coherent sources of light having the constant phase difference between them. Okay, now we will understood about here also one thing. If we find the result about, so we get the intensity of light is directly proportional to the square of the amplitude. That is, the intensity of light is equal to k a square. Then it is also not here. Okay, now superposition principle. Then okay, according to the principle of superposition, okay, if we have two sources of light with their displacement, okay, with displacement y1 is equal to k1 sin omega t and y2 is equal to k2 sin omega t plus phi, and these rays are superimposed at a location or at a point, then the resultant displacement of the superimposed wave is equal to the algebraic sum of the individual displacement, like y is equal to y1 plus y2, and more waves are superimposed at the same point, then the resultant wave has a displacement equal to the algebraic sum of each individual displacement of waves. Okay, so write first superposition principle. According to this principle, inverted comma, the net displacement at a point, net displacement at a point due to the superimposition of a number of waves, at any instant is given by the vector sum of displacements due to the individual waves at that instant. That is, y is equal to y1 plus y2. Okay, now next we have interference of light. Okay, interference of light is the phenomenon, right? Interference of light is the phenomenon of light redistribution due to the superposition of light waves from two coherent sources. from two coherent sources. Okay, so suppose it is observed that what understood about it, what is interference of light. Suppose we have a monochromatic source or a coherent source, okay, and the light are emits from it. It is observed that the some points are there where the intensity of light is maximum and some points at where the intensity of light is minimum. Okay, so these kind of bright or dark points are known as redistribution of light. Okay, this is because of some places maybe the electrical vector having the maximum intensity, and at the some places at where the dark points are formed, the intensity of electrical vector is minimum. Okay, so this can be observed or represented by using the two coherent sources. Like suppose we have a source of monochromatic light, and because this source is illuminate or produce the light wave and spread out as the distance increase. Okay, and if we apply a slit in front of the light and give the outgoing from the slit which are very near to each other. Okay, so when the light is traveling parallel to it like this and reached at these points where we given the slit to out the light from here, then we observe according to the Huygens principle, the waves are formed like this and they move further in the direction. Similarly here, and this is how they move forward with the form in the form of wavefront and secondary wavelet, wavefront and secondary wavelets. Okay, now if we apply a screen at a very far distance from it, okay, then the light traveling from source S1 and let's say this is source S2, then the light traveling from this point reached at this point P, and from S2 is also reached at point P. Then we observe at P, at some places are bright fringes formed, and where the bright fringes are not formed is dark. Okay, this particular phenomenon is known as interference of light or redistribution of light. That the some places the intensity of light is maximum and some places it is minimum. This is because of when the crest and crest of the two waves are meet to each other, then they form a large crest, and similarly when the trough and trough of the two coherent sources meet to each other, then they form a large or deeper trough. Or secondly, when the trough and crest meet each other, then there should be minimum intensity or zero intensity of light. Okay, now we understood how much is the value of constructive and destructive interference. Then we will derive the relation for the Young-Darroze experiment. Okay, as we have the two waves A1 and A2, by using it here, y is equal to, according to the principle of superposition, y is equal to A1 sin omega t plus A2 sin omega t plus 1. Okay, Now, by using here formula of sin A plus B, okay, so we get A sin omega t plus A2 sin omega t dot cos phi plus cos omega t dot sin. It is clear? Now, this A2 multiply inside, we get A1 sin omega t plus A2 sin omega t cos phi plus A2 sin phi cos omega t. Here, now from this first two terms sin omega t is common and we get the result is A1 plus A2 cos phi sin omega t plus A2 sin phi cos omega. Clear? This is equation first. Okay. Now, here let A1 plus A2 cos phi is equal to A cos theta and A2 sin phi is equal to A sin theta. This is equation 1 and equation 2. Okay? Therefore, from first we get y is equal to A sin omega t cos theta plus A cos omega t sin theta. Clear? Therefore, the displacement of the supreme-pole wave is equal to A sin omega t plus theta. This is the resulting wave after supreme-pole. Now, from equation first and second, by dividing second to 1, we get tan theta is equal to A2 sin phi upon A1 plus A2 cos phi. Okay, this is the resultant direction of the two superimposed waves, and on squaring first and second, then add. What we get from here? A square sin square theta plus A square cos square theta is equal to A2 square sin square phi plus A1 plus A2 plus A2 cos phi whole square. Okay, now this we get A square is common and sin square theta plus cos square theta and is equal to A2 square sin square phi. By opening the whole square of this, we get A1 square plus a2 square cos square phi plus 2a1 a2 cos phi. Okay, now a2 sin square phi and a2 cos square phi. a2 is common and sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. Here also 1. We get a square is equal to a1 square plus a2 square plus 2a1 a2 cos phi. Okay, now this value is intensity of light. Therefore, this is I is equal to a1 square plus a2 square plus 2a1 a2 cos phi. This is the value of intensity of light. Okay, and this is equation 7. This A is called resultant amplitude of the superimpose wave. Then done. If it is equal to taken as R. Okay, therefore this will be this. Okay, from equation second, let's say this is equation A. Now from equation second, we can also write R is equal to, or related amplitude is equal to a1 square plus a2 square plus 2 a1 a2 cos phi. This is the related amplitude of the superimpose wave by using the principle of superposition. Okay, now as we use here I square is equal to I is equal to k a square and k is equal to 1. Okay, then we get here what I is equal to a square which we use here. Okay, by using the same relation, as we know that I square is equal to a square, then we can write from here I1 is equal to a1 square and I2 is equal to a2 square. Clear? Now what we get from here? What is the value of k1? So it is under root I1 and under root I2 the value of a2. It is clear to all of you? Now this R is equal to I1 plus I2 plus 2. Here when we multiply a1 a2 we get the result I1 into under root I2, and this can be written as I1 I2. Okay, this multiplication of a1 a2 we are using here with this under root I1 I2 cos phi. This is the resultant magnitude in the form of the intensity of light. Okay, now from this relation, from A, this I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus 2 under root of I1 I2 cos phi. Okay, now done. Now for the constructive and destructive superposition, which means when the current and current meet to each other, and when the current and current meet to each other, then the superposition is called constructive, and when the trough and trough meet to each other, then the superposition is called destructive superposition. Now we calculate the value of constructive or destructive superposition of interference. Okay. Condition for constructive and destructive interference. Of light. Okay, as we have the result, I is equal to A1 square, A2 square, 2A1, A2 cos phi. Okay, and the other form also we have that I is equal to, or we can also write it, yes, only I. Okay, this is I1 I2 plus 2 under root of I1 I2 cos phi. Okay, and in the form of the resultant amplitude R is equal to under root A1 square A2 square 2A1 A2 cos phi. Okay, now first case for constructive superposition. For constructive interference, okay, the constructive superposition or interference we get when the crest and crest superimpose to each other, and this condition is satisfied when the value of cos phi is maximum. Okay, when cos phi is positive one, this is positive one when the value of phi, which means cos 0 degree, or either phi two pi this is maximum for 0, 2 pi, 4 pi and n pi. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute. Yes, two pi, 2n pi, huh? And 2n pi, which is multiple of this. So this pi is equal to this last form 2n pi. Okay, that is for any value of n, 0, 1, 2 and so on. Okay, the interference of the two waves are superimposed with constructive wave. So we get this value of I is maximum that is equal to a1 plus a1 square plus a2 square plus 2 a1 a2, because cos phi will become, for this cos phi will become positive one. Okay, then this will be the formula of a1 plus a2 whole square. Clear? Therefore, when the two waves superimpose and form a constructive interference, then this we get the result. Okay, and for this we get R is equal to under root a1 square plus a2 square plus 2 a1 a2. You have to do both the cases because you have 2 marks question from each side, either resultant amplitude or interference too. So R max when a1 plus a2 whole square in under root, then you will get the result is R max is equal to a1 plus a2. This is the condition for constructive interference. Done. Next we have destructive interference. For destructive interference offline. For this, when cos phi is negative, value of cos phi is negative for phi, 3 pi, 5 pi and so on. Okay, then we will find nth value of phi is 2n plus minus 1, 2n minus 1 pi. Okay, where n is equal to 1, 2, 1 है. We can use here plus 1, so n can be start from 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Okay, therefore for cos n 2n plus 1 pi, we get the result is negative. It is clear? Then the intensity is minimum, which is equal to I1 plus I2 and minus 2 I1 I2. Okay, 1 minute. A1 square, A2 square minus 2 A1 A2. Now this will be the formula of A1 minus A2 whole square, that is A1 minus A2 whole square. Therefore, the minimum intensity of light is the square of the difference of the amplitude of each wave. And for this case, the resultant amplitude is R minimum is equal to, I will write here directly, that A1 is A1 minus A2 whole square, which is equal to R minimum is A1 minus A. Okay. This will show the condition of less amplitude or less intensity of light, and here it will be the large intensity of light. Okay. These are the two conditions of the constructive and destructive superposition. Okay. So you can also write in the note. Path difference for constructive interference. Okay, path difference for constructive interference. Path difference can be defined by del x. Okay, and because the waves have the wavelength, which means when the wave are traveling, then one wave travel by n lambda and other wave travel by 2n minus n. Okay, that is n lambda and second you have to write for destructive interference. This del x is equal to 2n plus 1 lambda. Okay, and here n is equal to 0, 1, 2 and so on. Clear? Right here 2. This is for the destructive and this is for the constructive. Right? Now next we have now you can also relate the intensity, amplitude by each other. This is maximum intensity and that one is minimum intensity. So you can find the result for maximum and minimum intensity is equal to how much? So answer is A1 plus A2 whole square and A1 minus A2 whole square. If these are combined, calculated as R max and R max square and R minimum square. Okay, then you will calculate the result for R max upon R minimum is square root of I max or I minimum. Okay, thank you. I think I will not tell you about this A. This A is amplitude of wave. Okay. You can also understood here that we are using the displacement equation which we calculated after superposition, that A sin omega t plus phi. Okay, here listen all the things which are termed as y is displacement, A is amplitude of wave, wave. Okay, omega is angular frequency, which is omega is equal to 2 pi nu, and it can also be written as 2 pi upon t. These are the values of omega here, and the phi is initial phase difference. Initial phase. Okay, this is the value of phi. I am not telling you about these all because in 11th class, you are done y a sin omega t and phi at the time of the equation of simple harmonic motion or simple oscillatory motion. These are the equations of it. Okay, thank you.